Now going on, just to form a branch, which is such an easy subject to get to draw, and all you need to do is just draw something fat at the beginning and then go very much off into twigs, that's so, and then a linear line underneath will give it a bit of extra tone. Then get the water brush and dilute that down a bit so the light's off the top of the branch. Then put textures on like so, just doing that scribble effect. So easy to do, so very therapeutic. Just to down, and then put under shadows underneath there, an occasional leaf on the outside then, like so, and then some water on that to give it a tonal wash. Then you go in while it's still wet, put some wet into wet underneath, and that starts to fur up, gives that extra contrast to the branch really. As I say, it's so easy to just do that little bit of scribble line, and then some undershadow. Closer together they are, the darker the tonal values are, and the darker the tone will be when you pick it up with the water brush. Like so. So you know then, certain areas you do lots more lines, and it's obviously darker, and then you can use that elsewhere with the water brush to give a bit of tonal effect, and then also go in wet into wet where you might need that extra diffused contrast to the image. Now here I've actually done a much bigger picture using exactly the same techniques. Obviously up here this is the texture of the leaves, occasional leaf on the outside, and this is a branch that comes up, probably a dead branch, which gives it more character. And there's always these things, so don't do it too densely foliage, just do it occasional leaf, and then the contrast underneath will give you that extra effect. You see in certain areas where there's lots of shadow, I've done more detailed line closer together and darker, and then washed it down in other areas. So I've got the light reflecting off the leaves, which will kind of blur them out with the bright light, and obviously where there's a darker shadow here and there, it will give you extra tonal contrast to the drawing. And again, some twiggy bits that come in here and darker shadows underneath, and of course the underneath of the trees will give you a great depth of colour, of tonal colour underneath. Sketch that in, and even just a slight little bit of dot on areas of roadway or a soil would give you that texture of small pieces of stone, and even do a bigger stone here with a little bit of contrast in that area. Now again, just work that through. Linear line, it can go on the side, it can be slightly swerving, swaying type of effect there, like so, and use the water brush then to drag in the tonal values. You can work that up as much contrast as you like. And this is very much based on the old master's technique of a linear line in brown sepia, and wash it down with water to get the total effect. But here we've got this all in one brush pen, which is so brilliant and convenient to use.